Good day, everyone. My name is Sophia, and today I'll be talking about a topic that many of us can relate to relationships and why even good relationships can sometimes become difficult. We often think that if two good people who genuinely love each other, their relationship should naturally be happy, peaceful, and easy. But is that really how relationships work? Sometimes two people can love each other deeply and still experience misunderstanding, arguments, and emotional distance. So today, we'll take a different look at love, one that considers not only the people involved, but also the context surrounding their behavior. And with that, let's begin by looking at one of the common ideas we have about relationships, the idea of the right person. Many of us have probably heard the idea that when I finally find the right person, everything will be different. We sometimes believe that finding the right partner will automatically make a relationship easier. However, this can become a myth because even when we find someone we genuinely love and connect with, difficulties can still happen. In other words, finding the right person does not necessarily mean finding a relationship without problems. Instead, relationships are influenced by many different circumstances. And this brings us to an important question. What happens when two good people who genuinely love each other continue to have a same painful argument? Let's look at that next. Here, we can see couple who genuinely love each other, but they continue to experience painful arguments. The husband might think she is impossible to please. Meanwhile, the wife might think he doesn't care about me anymore. Notice something important here. Both of them are trying to explain the problems in their relationship by looking at the other person's character. The husband may believe that the problem is simply that his wife is difficult. The wife, on the other hand, may believe that her husband simply doesn't care. But what if they are asking the wrong question? Instead of immediately asking, "What is wrong with this person?" perhaps we should ask, "What is happening around this behavior?" And that leads us to the importance of context. Behavior does not happen in isolation. As the presentation says, the context changes the behavior. For example, a stressed husband is different from a relaxed husband. Similarly, a sleep-deprived mother is different from a mother who has had enough rest. And a couple arguing after months of financial pressure is different from that same couple enjoying a quiet holiday together. Therefore, the situation surrounding a person can influence how they behave. Now, that doesn't excuse harmful actions, but it can explain them. Knowing the context helps us understand why those behaviors may be happening, and understanding is often the first step towards change. So, instead of immediately blaming the person, we can begin by asking a different question. The question is, what is happening around this behavior that makes it more likely? This is the heart of the idea presented in Nathan Chua's new book, entitled Love Contextually. Rather than simply asking whether someone is a good partner or a bad partner, the book makes a different question. This simple shift changes the way we look at relationships. Instead of focusing only on blame, we begin focusing on understanding. And when we understand the context, we begin responding to the actual problem rather than simply attacking each other. So, what happens when we make that shift from blame to understanding. First, instead of endlessly blaming one another, couples can begin solving problems together. Second, instead of trying to win arguments, they can begin understanding each other's worlds. And finally, instead of chasing the fantasy of a perfect relationship, they learn how love actually grows. This is important because love does not mean that conflict will never happen. In fact, love isn't the absence of conflict. Rather, love is learning how to move towards each other even when conflict is present. Finally, sometimes our relationships don't change because we haven't changed the lens through which we see them. If we continue to see every problem as a reflection of someone's character, we may continue to blame one another. But when we begin looking at the context, we can understand each other more deeply. The goal isn't to create a perfect relationship. Instead, it is to understand each other, grow together, and build a love that works in the real world. So, as we reflect on this topic, perhaps the next time we experience conflict in a relationship, we can pause before asking, "What is happening with this person?" And instead ask, "What is happening around this behavior that makes it more likely?" Because sometimes the problem isn't simply that we have the wrong person. Sometimes we simply need to understand the context better. Thank you so much for listening. I am Sophia, and I hope this presentation gave you a different perspective on love, relationships, and understanding one another. Get your copy of Love Contextually today, available in paperback and Kindle on Amazon, or order directly at onelifeonly.net.